Oh, hello FLOVVOLUTIONers. I hope you're well. I wanted to make a quick video about an experience that I've just gone through over the last 10 days, which is called Vipassana. You may have heard of it. It's a 10-day meditation technique, a 10-day meditation retreat, which involves you learning the technique of Vipassana meditation. I've just done a session at home, my first ever session at home, after coming back from the retreat, and I'm just so yeah. Today's the 31st of May, which is when the course finished. It started on the 20th of May, and perfect timing for my birthday, which is tomorrow, June the 1st. And I just wanted to tell you a bit about my experience. It's been so incredible, absolutely life-changing and life-affirming, and kind of has made me so much stronger as a person in terms of my resolve, of my understanding, of my being on this earth, and knowing what I've got to do. For those who don't know, Vipassana is 10 days in where you practice 5 or 3 different parts of Vipassana, which is Sila, Samadhi and Panya. Sila is a code of practice and code of being abstaining from certain things in terms of getting my words out, creating a environment that is correct for you to work. The second one, Sila, is the concentration of attention, which is developing the concentration of your mind. And then Panya is the wisdom and understanding the wisdom of the technique and what it does. I have just come out of this, so my head's a bit like hazy. Also, I just did a meditation just now, and it has such an effect on me that my head feels a bit lightheaded afterwards, to say the least. Sometimes it feels like it's going to explode, in a good way, but like a balloon pop. What this technique has done for me so far, it's made me, so far, because it's so early, because the technique's so powerful, it's going to take, it's going to reverberate throughout my life. Vipassana looks at what you crave in life and what you don't like in life, and essentially it's these things that cause us misery. And every time we create a new craving or aversion, which is something that we really want in life or something that we really hate in life, we add to our misery. And essentially what Vipassana does is gives you an opportunity to concentrate your mind and observe sensations on the body, which essentially manifest themselves as sankharas, which is these cravings or these aversions. So, for example, if you feel a really pleasant sensation on the body when you are meditating or doing Vipassana, you essentially start to like it, and then once you start to like it, you start to really like it, and then you start to love it, and then once you start to love it, you develop a craving for it, which essentially, if you don't get that thing, or if you have too much of it, it could cause a lot of pain and misery. On the other hand, if you have something which is called an aversion, which is if something that you don't like, so for example, if you've got a massive pain in your neck, or like nerve damage or whatever, or something that's in your arm, or any pain, or you don't like a person, or you don't like a situation, and you really want to get rid of it, your hate for that and your wanting to get away from that ends up multiplying threefold. It multiplies your misery because you want to get away from that. So you either want something or you want to get away from something. And what Vipassana does is condition your mind into not having any kind of opinion about it. You essentially establish equanimity, which is detachment, and observing things as they really are. As they are. Not as you want them to be, but as they are. And once you view this truth, you essentially have no misery, because you just accept the truth for what it is, and you don't have any expectations. You don't have any disappointments. It just is. And you're just happy within this moment, and you're just happy. You're just happy because there's nothing else. There's no other way to be. You're not miserable because you're not expecting anything, and you're not wanting anything, and you're not wanting to get away from anything. So you're just accepting the moment for what it is. Powerful stuff. So many great gurus of the past say about how, you have to not do this and not do that, and, don't get involved in this and don't get involved in that. But the thing is that we do, because we're human beings, and we are surrounded, especially in the world that we're in today, by things that are there to entice us, that are there to profit off of our cravings and our aversions. So essentially, the only thing that we can do these days is to armour ourselves and to keep ourselves in a state of equilibrium where we are able to experience everything for what it is and enjoy every moment. And this is what Vipassana does. It's hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It's one of the hardest experiences I've ever been through in my life. It's so tough. But I'm desperate to go back in. I really want to do another 10 days, and I really want to go further and deeper. And it's essentially it is the technique that the Buddha learnt in order to achieve enlightenment. And not to say that we will achieve enlightenment, because that involves quite a bit of work, possibly lifetimes of work, many lifetimes of work. But in terms of being liberated within this lifetime, there's a very good chance of that happening with this technique and being able to just be happy. On a like physical level, I feel so much better. I feel so much stronger within myself. I feel like I've found a type of vocation in a way, because this is something that I so connect to. There's no somatics at all. There's no there's no connection with any kind of religion. It's just itself. It's nothing to do with religion. Yes, Buddha brought it, but it's nothing to do with that. It's just purely a technique. And but the technique involves the creation and walking on the path of Dharma, which is the path, the wheel of life, the wheel of nature, and the law of nature, and understanding that things rise and pass away, and that they are essentially impermanent, and that is the only thing that we can be sure of. so many good things have happened since then. Things just tend to flow. I'm just walking around and things are just like going, yeah, I don't know whether this is because, you know, I've just come out of the course, you know, coming from the place Tippadama in South Wales, Hereford. It's beautiful there, absolutely beautiful, so idyllic. I really advise and really recommend strongly, if you're interested in being happy, go and experience it for yourself, and really indulge yourself in the technique for those 10 days, because, you know, on the dana of all of the people that have been before you, they have, you know, made this place so that you can go there and just experience this technique for absolutely free. This is what Vipassana is. It's to give this technique in order for everyone to be happy and to end all suffering. And also, like, lots of things have started to, like, I haven't even been back, like, yet only a couple of hours, and already, you know, so many lovely things have happened to me. Like, I've had, like, people just bring me food, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't even have to cook, this is amazing. And like, and you know, just really nice things happening, and, you know, people, because I came straight back into central London on a Sunday, which happens to be quite busy, in central, and came straight back into London, and I was like, I'm actually feeling pretty good right now. I'm actually feeling like almost like so amazing. This is great. And then, like, I was losing a bit of focus, so I just did a quick half hour just then, just before I made this video, and I'm feeling fantastic. It's really great. Yeah, I mean, I've explained it really coarsely, and hopefully I can continue to learn and learn a bit more, because I'm so thirsty to do more for this technique. It's just so amazing. All I'd say is try it. You know, the guy who brought it to the West, S.N. Goenka, he suffered from, like, major migraines, and he was a businessman. He had no kind of spirituality. He was a Hindu initially. Not to say that you have to convert, but he did. And he ended up bringing this technique, and, you know, because he had such good results from it, learned for 14 years and then started teaching, and then, you know, spread it, because it was a technique that was lost for thousands of years, and then it was kept in Burma. It was practiced widely in India with Buddha, and then it got lost, and then it was kept in Burma, and then from Burma, at the beginning of the 1800s and the mid 1800s, it spread after that, and Goenkaji, he brought it to the West. There are centres all over the place. There are you've got a few in England, but this one in England, Damadipa in South Wales, is awesome, beautiful place. So I'd suggest, if you are interested in anything that would help you to achieve purification of yourself in terms of not suffering anymore and just being really happy, you can go and be at Dhamma and Dhammadipa and really just be happy. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's really not easy. It's not easy work to do. You have to delve into places where you really don't want to go to be this happy. You have to deal with your crap and your demons and your battles, and you have to do it properly. And when you do, that's when you really can be happy. Otherwise, you're just playing games with yourself and pretending to be happy. And in this world, we need it. You know, there's so much crap around. There's so much stuff that's happening right now. So, yeah, It's an incredible experience. I probably waffled on far too much. I'm a lover, a big lover of this technique. It's so amazing in its form. And it's crazy. It's crazy how it works. Because you wouldn't think so. And there's nothing to do with There's nothing to do with visualizations or, you know, I visualize like, you know, an amazing, incredible, you know, and like, and oh, another thing as well with this, it brings you automatically in line with the law of attraction. So then that's when you can think of the things that you want to visualize. So as opposed to like, you know, visualizing and dreaming of things and wishing about things, you actually put yourself into this vibration by this technique, and then you go, oh, okay, I like this, and I like this. And guess what? It comes to you so fast that you just wouldn't believe. So, yeah, try it. Vipassana, incredible. First 3 days you learn a simple technique in terms of concentration of mind. Then on the 4th day you learn how to do the technique, and then you learn how to perfect it. And then on the last day you learn a little thing which is kind of, you know, healing of the mind, because you're dealing with really deep stuff, really deep stuff. And then, you know, stuff from your childhood will come up and all sorts of stuff. Essentially, I don't know, not for everybody, but from me it did. You know, you're dealing with sensations on the body and how the sensations are the cause of everything you experience. And sensations is something that we only really respond to the bigger ones as opposed to the ones to all of them. And once you become so sensitive that you can attune yourself to all of those things, then you essentially become liberated from your worry, your stress, your pain. I can't recommend it enough. Yeah, I'll be doing it again. Definitely. I want to bathe in this technique. I want it ingrained in me completely. I'll do another video in a couple of days or weeks, just to kind of like backtrack on my practice and to see how it's gone. Because, as I said, I want to immerse myself into this. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, have a wonderful day. And may you be really happy in all that you do. Yeah, try Vipassana, man. It's great. Thank you.